everybody and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human
on the point of order.
Honorable
On the point of
They are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
from the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. Only on ATN.
Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what's the blood.
I have fought very firmly.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
This is the Transition News on Atlantic Television Network. I am Victor Arke. The Rivers State government has taken over the prosecution of Bishop Felix Okpara Durubebe, who was accused of defiling 16-year-old girl. The Office of Rivers Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice will henceforth handle the police charges against him. Durubebe, the founder of Mercy House Church International, was arraigned on a 2-count charge bordering on child defilement by the Rivers Command of Nigeria Police. Police said he defied the teen between April 2021 and May 2022. He's accused of committing serious sexual abuse of the teenager at Ray JPE Hotel Rumokoro, Mercy House Church Branch Ewofe, and number 42A Road, 12 Rumaholo, Port Harcourt. Durubebe was also accused of forcing the minor to take an oath not to sleep with another man or tell anybody about the illegal love affair. Otherwise, she would run mad and die. The offense is punishable under Section 32, subsection 1 of the Child Rights Act 50 Law of Rivers State, 2003. There are fears among the People's Democratic Party members in Delta State that the name of the party's governorship candidate may not be on the Independent National Electoral Commission's list come 2023 general elections, following the Cold War between two leaders of the party in the state, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa and one of his predecessors, James Ibori. The battle deepened on Friday, July 22, 2022, when INEC published the particulars of the candidates nominated by political parties for the 2023 governorship and state assembly elections in all the constituencies nationwide. Surprisingly, the details of Sheriff Obeveri, who won the party governorship primary and had his name submitted to the INEC, were not among those published by the electoral umpire as eligible to contest the governorship election in 2023. The Kano State Executive Council has given approval for the 50% upward review of the state scholarship allowances for its indigent students studying in Nigerian institutions. Similarly, it has also approved the release of 865.4 million naira to the State Scholarship Board as a standing allowance and logistics for the payment of the students across the 44 local government area of the 5 emirates in the state. The State Commissioner for Information, Mohammed Garba, disclosed this on Thursday while briefing newsmen on the outcome of the weekly meeting held at the Council Chamber, Government House, Kano. He explained that a total of 40,494 indigent students would benefit from the scholarships. Aminu Waziri Tambuwa has received into the fold of the People's Democratic Party a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress, Honorable Dahiru Mashanu Yabo. This was disclosed by Mohammed Bello, Special Advisor, Media and Publicity to Governor Tambuwa, in a statement issued today. According to the statement, Yabo, a former commissioner for information as well as solid minerals in the state, was received by the governor, his deputy Maniri Mohammed Dan Iya, as well as the state PDP chairman Alhaji Bello Mohammed, among other government officials at the Government House, Sokoto, on Thursday. The new entrant, while giving reasons for his defection, claimed that his former party lacked internal democracy and was full of favoritism and butt licking. According to Yabo, the APC in Sokoto has formed a cabal of which you must be a member in order to have anything to do with the party or to be involved in the progress of the nation or the state. You are watching the Transition. Return shortly after this break. Welcome back. You are watching the Transition News on Atlantic Television Network. Now to the rest of our stories. The Nigerian Army has on Friday announced a reshuffling of its leadership by appointing new general commanders, corps commanders, commandants of training institutions, brigade commanders, and commanding officers, amongst others. According to a statement by the Defense Headquarters signed by the Director, Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Oyema Nwachuku, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, approved the posting and appointment of some senior officers in order to tackle the spate of security breaches rocking the country. Atlantic Television Network reports that suspected terrorists had yesterday attacked a military checkpoint at Zuma Rock around the Niger-Abuja border, an incident that followed the attack on the Presidential Guards rather on the Presidential Gas Brigade late Sunday at the Buhari Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory by suspected terrorists. The statement announcing the reshuffle of the army read partly in an effort to reposition the Nigerian Army for operational efficiency and proficiency. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, has approved the posting and appointment of some senior officers of the Nigerian Army to command, instructional, and staff appointments across Nigerian Army formations and units. Are you watching the news on Atlantic Television Network? Still ahead, business stories. Air travelers have begun groaning bitterly under the prohibitive fares airline operators have rolled out for flights within Nigeria, as a 1-hour flight now costs over 100,000 naira. Investigation by our correspondent revealed that economy class domestic tickets from Lagos to Abuja via Eric Air, United Nigeria, and Air Peace, as of the time of filing this report, cost over 100,000 naira. Other airlines have since followed suit. An angry traveler who gave his name only as Obong and claimed to have been a frequent traveler said the federal government and all those concerned should do the needful. Why does the average Nigerian have to suffer? According to him, we are a fuel-producing nation. The Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, on Thursday declared that the collection of 2 to 3 years' rent in advance by property owners was causing more harm than good to Nigeria's economy. Fashola, who intensified the push for monthly rent payments across the country, charged state governments to look at ways to make the payment of rent easier and more comfortable for both tenants and landlords. The minister disclosed this during his address at the 2022 National Council meeting on lands, housing and urban development, the 11th in the series, which held in Sokoto State. In a speech at the event, which was made available to our correspondent in Abuja, Fashola said, "I concede that majority of the houses belong to the private sector and they expect legitimate income from rent for the properties. However, I hold a strong view that asking for 2 to 3 years rent in advance from working class people does more harm than good to all concerned and the economy." The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, says the government has given approval to the implementation of reform initiatives of the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria in order to strengthen the industry. He encouraged inclusive growth and attract investment to the ecosystem. A statement by Mohammed disclosed this in Epe, Lagos State on Saturday at the 49th Annual General Meeting of the Association of Advertising Agencies in Nigeria. As many of you are aware, one of the bold and necessary steps we have taken in recent times is the approval of the ongoing reform initiatives of the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria, APCON. The reform is aimed at strengthening the advertising ecosystem, encouraging inclusive growth, as well as attracting investment to the industry, he said. In his paper entitled The New World Order, Digital Transformation in Communication, the minister said advertising and brand marketing were prime examples of sectors where consumer data were critical, hence the need to leverage technology for direct engagement with the audiences. He said in a world rapidly changing in its dynamics of opportunity and risks, talking directly with consumers in a data-enabled environment had taken brands and entrepreneurs closer to their consumers more than ever before. Still ahead, international tidbits. Russia has carried out deadly strikes across Ukraine as Kyiv stepped up its effort to retake the occupied southern Kherson region. 5 people were killed and 26 injured when missiles struck the central city of Kryptoskinsky, officials said. 3 people died in Bakhmut in the east. Near Kyiv, 15 people were hurt and a military base. Ukraine's northern and southern regions were also hit. This comes as Ukraine seeks to isolate Russian troops in the country's south. A key bridge into the city of Kherson is out of action after Ukraine forces struck it with long-range rockets supplied by the U.S. This makes it impossible for Russia to send deployments and weapon over the Antivsky bridge. UK defense officials say the only Ukrainian regional capital seized since the start of the Russian invasion on 24th February is now virtually cut off from other occupied territories. However, the Ukrainian military has warned that Moscow is now redeploying its forces from eastern Ukraine to defend the Kherson region. Defense Secretary Ben Wallace has endorsed Liz Truss for conservative leader and prime minister. Wallace said Ms. Truss was authentic and had the experience to address the country's challenges. Mr. Wallace, who is popular among to remembers for his handling of the war, rather for his handling of the war in Ukraine, was seen as a contender in the race, but ruled himself out early on. His endorsement comes after Ms. Truss and Rishi Sunak took part in the first official conservative hustling in Leeds. Mr. Wallis's article marks his first major intervention in favor of any candidate since the race got underway earlier this month. And you are watching the news on Atlantic Television Network. Still ahead, entertainment and sports stories. Nollywood actress Empress Njama finally broke silence following the death of a friend, Ada Ame, saying she would speak later on the rumors surrounding the death. Ame, who was popularly known for her role as Emo in the soap opera The Johnsons, died on the 17th of July 2022 in Delta State. While Njama has not made any public comments since her death, a touching video of the actress crying while setting up Ame's condolence register went viral. The actress, however, took to her Instagram page on Thursday, where she expressed her grief over the loss of a friend whom she fondly referred to as my sweet trouble. Sharing a video of herself with Ame, Empress said she finally got the strength and courage to write about her late friend weeks after the incident. Empress also mentioned that she would address rumors surrounding her friend's death another time, but for now, she wants to mourn in peace. Keep sleeping, my sweet trouble. My joy is that I posted this video smiling. Thought I was going to soak my pillow with tears, but all I did was smile. Glad I can now get on my phone and have the strength and courage to type. Former unified heavyweight champion Andy Ruiz has backed Anthony Joshua to adjust against Oleksian Usyk when the two meet in a title rematch on August 20th in Saudi Arabia. Ruiz famously handed Joshua his first career defeat in 2019, creating history as he became the first Mexican to become the world heavyweight champion. Joshua later won the rematch and reclaimed his titles. Ruiz, who has admitted that he did not prepare as he should have for his rematch against Joshua, believes Usyk will fare better than he did, but has tipped Joshua to adjust accordingly. The Union of European Football Associations says it will commence a probe against Turkish side Fenerbahce over a group of its fans chanting Russian President Vladimir Putin's name after conceding a goal at home to Dynamo Kyiv in a Champions League qualifier. UEFA said on Thursday that an ethics and disciplinary inspector will conduct a disciplinary investigation regarding alleged misbehavior of Fenerbahce supporters at the Dynamo Kyiv match. Vitaly put the Ukrainian side ahead in the 57th minute shortly after Fenerbahce midfielder Ismail Yushuk was sent off in a tense match. The game ended 1-1 after 90 minutes, but Kyiv knocked out Fenerbahce with 104th minute winner by Alexander Karaviv. Buklesvia celebration after scoring met chants of Vladimir Putin by many Fenerbahce fans, prompting an online backlash condemning the Istanbul sides and calling on European governing body to take action against the club. The hope of the Turkish side to compete in Europe's Elite Champions League football competition this season was shattered by a 2-1 extra time loss to Kyiv in the second qualifying round tie in Istanbul last Wednesday. And that's the size of the package. Thanks for joining us. I am Victor Arke. You can follow us on all our social media platforms: Twitter at Atlantic TV Net, Facebook and YouTube at Atlantic Television Network, Instagram is at Atlantic TV Network. Do remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Good.